All right, welcome back to another episode of Giraffe Nutz, a 420 friendly podcast bringing you elevated conversations. I am Seabass the Shooter.
Got you,
St. Rose.
And today we have a special guest with us. We are at the Facility Creative here in Fort Myers, Florida. We are here with engineer, DJ, and producer DJ Promo.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up?
How you doing today, bro?
I'm feeling good, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hyped to be here with you guys right now.
Yeah, bro, I've been really excited. As soon as we asked you if you want to come on this pod and you were totally down, we were like, bro, no way.
Yeah, you guys were genuine. You guys are real dope energy. You know what I mean? Why not? You already know what's up.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it, bro. So tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. Who are you? Where are you from? You know, what do you do?
Yeah. So originally, I'm originally from Miami. I lived out in Miami. Moved out here when I was like 5. Parents had got divorced, so my mom moved out here. Out all the places back in the 90s. I guess it was just a cheaper place to move to. And then slowly but surely, eventually, got into music around middle school. Started making beats and stuff. I remember I worked the whole summer. I think I was like in 8th grade. Mm-hmm. I bought myself a beat machine, and then I started making beats and stuff. And from there, I also drew interest to become a DJ, and from there, kind of just expanded with music, man. So I've always been around music since I was legit,
That's dope. So it's saying, like, especially I think it's really cool that you had to like sacrifice something, like you sold something in order to start, your little venture, your career. Not little venture, it's a big venture.
Yeah,
but at first it probably started off as like a little idea, that
Yeah. At the time, I had big ambitions because I looked up to people like Dr. Dre, Diddy, Timbaland, like big producers, moguls. Yeah. So I like different music, different sounds, and all kinds of vibes. So for me, I was someone that wanted to be hands-on with a lot of artists. And something from that as well as DJing is I wanted to be able to use that as a way to kind of tie things together, And the following summer after I bought my beat machine, I worked a whole nother summer, and that's when I bought my first DJ turntable.
Nice.
And that was like the start of, I think, 11th grade, maybe 12th grade. So, yeah, it was dope. And I always knew what I wanted to do as far as the music. Like, I was determined,
Right. So you'd say you've been pretty consistent throughout the years?
Yeah, I think for the last 12 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
12 years ago is when I first started DJing and also pretty much engineering people from, home studio setup. Had a closet studio,
Yeah.
And then, from there I tried to take it up a notch, and I didn't know what else to do because typically, you find someone to mentor you and there's something you're passionate for. You don't really have to go to college for things these days. As long as you find someone, you got YouTube University,
we
a lot of
say
dope people. So for me personally, I didn't know really where to look into that, and I didn't understand it. So I actually, took a college loan and took the leap of going to college for that.
Right.
But for me, it was something I knew I wasn't going to study and not do. Mm-hmm. And I ended up getting a bachelor's degree at Full Sail for recording arts.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fine.
So I ended up, excelling in that aspect, and it kind of opened my mind because it wasn't even just the aspect of things that I learned as far as like the technical things. Mm-hmm. I think it was more of just like understanding also how to grow as a person, communicate with all kinds of people. Like,
and you're saying that from your experiences at Full Sail?
Yeah, because in Full Sail they're really big on networking,
right? And
you're working with all kinds of people from all over the world,
And for those who don't know, Full Sail University is like an art school, the biggest art school in Florida, right? I think actually.
It's one of the top ones in the world.
In the nation, in the world, right?
In the world,
it's really hard. It's really hard as far as financial aspect of it. It's really expensive.
Expensive as shit.
And I didn't come from money, so like for me, I'm paying off that college loan for real, But it was worth it. Like if it's something that you want to do, I say go for it. I personally say don't make college feel like that's your only resort to excel in a certain degree. Obviously, you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. There's certain things you have to do. But as far as like creative fields. Mm-hmm. You can't really put like a certain, I don't know how to say, like a system in how to teach you creativity.
Right.
I think you're going to learn technical things to enhance your creativity.
And that's what I've been saying. So that's what I was going to ask you because I moved to Orlando myself. Yeah. So like after I had moved out, after I graduated high school, I moved to Orlando, and that's actually the start of Room 303. I have 303 tatted on my neck. And like that was the first
Bob.
That was Bob. As, some people say it looks like the Big Baller brand, so it's a little like it's clowned upon now. But
triple B's.
Yeah, I mean I always remember it was my first room when I like took the leap, didn't go play soccer, and I wanted to go to Full Sail. But obviously just like that, since I turned down all my scholarships were for soccer. I mean I had academic ones here and there, but
most definitely
I never like submitted any videos or anything for Full Sail in order to get like that type of scholarship. And so I ended up trying to go to Valencia. And
yeah, it was right down the road.
Right, yeah. And I knew a couple people that went to Full Sail, but I had mixed feelings about it because when I was 17, I had my first internship for a wedding company. Actually, it's like the biggest wedding business from here to Naples. And the guy, the owner, he went to Full Sail, did the whole 100K, whatever the case may be. And I asked him, I'm like, how'd you feel about it? And he told me, he was like, you know what, man, I would tell you, like, I think you got it in order to, like, just do it on your own. He goes, because a lot of it is, like, you're just going to pay for the networking, which is huge. Like,
That's what pretty much what it comes down to. Like, the people you meet.
Yeah, I just met a lot of people that, like, in Orlando that went to Full Sail that, like, wanted to be something. And they thought that going there was going to make them become that. And I'm like, no, you have to have it innately as a creator, as an artist. You just go there to enhance and just get better. So
kind of on that's how it was for me. So I went to Full Sail. They have little things that can do to help you. And also, they have a career development and all that. But there's only so much. I think there was, at the time, about 200 plus graduates from my type of degree program every month. You have 200 kids every month getting released into the world from that school.
For real?
Yes. And just my recording arts, not the whole school, like, like the cameras and all that. No, like, it was strictly for the
And they teach you Pro Tools or what?
We learned Pro Tools and Logic. And, what they teach you is like, all right, this is how you record. This is the button. This is generally the standard in the industry for levels. Stuff that, in reality, you can find out there on the internet. But for someone like me that was, like, 18 at the time, and I was kind of like, I didn't really have someone directly that I was in the studio with that was like, yo, bro, this is how we do it, Someone
to, like, guide you.
So for me, they painted a whole picture. I was excited. I didn't know what else to do that or go in the Army for me, you know what I mean? At the time, that's the only option I really had for myself at the time. Because it was only just music and that. And I did take the test, and I scored high, and I did consider going in the military. And I think it was, like, before the finalization of really, like, proceeding with the process, I said, fuck that, and I decided.
Was there, like, a moment where, like, you were like, okay, music is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Oh, yeah, immediately. Like, when I knew it was, like, really real, I was about to sign, like, to go 4 years in the military. Granted, I don't take away anyone who joins the military, but for me personally, I'm a firm believer, like, if you join the military and there's something you don't agree with, you have to do it. And there's certain things that is going to happen that you know what I mean? At that point, you got to put your morals aside.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's most definitely.
I feel like, I don't know, from the few times I've worked with you, I feel like you're a person that, like, you're really set on what you want to do, and, like, you're really dedicated to the quality of your craft. You feel me? So, like, I feel like
it's a passion for me, for sure.
And the creativity aspect and how, like, you're able to, like, I mean, when me and Yana were here, we were literally out here, you know what I'm saying, writing another song while you were mixing the one we just did. Because, like, I feel like with the artists out here, you've been able to create that type of trust where, like, we know that, like, we give you a record, it's going to be quality no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to explain it because for me, it's just like I zone out. I get a record and I'm already hearing the record how I feel like it should be, in a sense, from how I would hear it. When I spit it back out, I love the part where it's like, all right, my favorite part is like, let me just do what I want to do with it, and then now tell me what you want me to do to it.
Yeah.
After you heard what I did to it. So for me, I take passion in that. Yeah, I mean, I'll give every artist my all. You know what I mean? So
is there like a certain opportunity like that you had, and like you noticed like you're gonna be doing this shit for like forever?
Like as far as like when I was in school or after school or in general?
Like did you have a big break or something?
Just like
for sure when Interscope Records and Alamo Interscope working with Alex flew me out to LA and paid me to work out there for almost 2 weeks. You know?
Alex Fike,
the first time ever. I've never been able to go in LA all my life. You know what I mean? And you know, I wasn't able to ever afford like a vacation in LA. So the fact that I'm doing something I love, and then they pay for me to go out there and work. You know?
How? No, you good. You good. I was gonna ask, how was LA?
Oh, LA?
Yeah, because I've been to LA. I've been to LA twice, and it's nice, but it's crazy.
I'm still I'm still LA baby because like I've only been to LA twice, but my first time as far as going, like it's been amazing both times. Both times I feel like I gained something out of it strong. That when I come back here, I'm a whole different beast, and I apply that and I go harder working harder so that the next trip is gonna be another level up. When I went out there with Alex, it was real dope. Me and Alex and Ben Chandler, we all flew out there the first time, and I owe it all to Alex because that's real love. That's like my brother right there. Yeah. I love Alex to death. Alex knows I love him. He was getting work with other producers and engineers. The label had him, labels want you to work with different people.
Yeah,
expand. They just want to help you, grow, and that's understandable. But me and him really developed a really great chemistry working on the first project, his debut EP. And basically from that, while he was out there, he just wasn't feeling comfortable from what he told me. And he basically told the label, like, yo, I want to work with promo, only promo, no one else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So basically, his manager hit me up and was like, yo, Alex doesn't want to work with anybody else. We had him with this guy. And these are people working with, like, high-profile A-list artists. And I was like, bro, what's wrong? And he's like, it's just, they're not getting it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. It's
I
like
know,
chemistry,
like,
man. You
there's
can't beat
different
that.
levels of engineering, but at the end of the day, like, there's even engineers with even less experience than me, even myself, and they might have a certain bond of chemistry with the artist, and I think that's the most important thing.
Right.
100%.
Not just going to a studio and it's like all right, can you do this? Can you do that? All right, cool. No, it's like when you like just things just happen. Like by the time you walk to the booth, I already got a certain effect that I know is what you were imagining before you even told me, and then you dap me up saying, "Damn, bro." Scottie Pippen, Jordan vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
Wade,
the best
LeBron,
feeling,
Kobe,
bro.
Shaq.
When you like get something right for somebody. I know me as a videographer, like when somebody tells me their vision and they don't know how to like put it out, and you put it out and they give you that like, bro. Like I'm
That
sure you same
faith.
thing with music. Like they hear something or like they hear it in their head, you know, and like you bring it out or you give them that sound that they need. That's like the most rewarding thing.
And sometimes even myself, I'm the thing in the music, you never stop growing. At least that's how I like to look at it, or in any type of media creative field. So, like you can always learn new techniques with your graphic design.
always, yeah.
And there's always new technology coming up. So, and video work, and even you as an artist, there's always
100%,
new ways
bro.
of new types of music, beats, drill, this, all that, new areas.
Everything.
You as an artist,
Every
you
day.
never stop growing in a creative.
There's always
Creativity
ways to
keeps
grow.
running. Things cycle, but cycle in a different way. You know what I mean? So the way I look at it too is like, I don't know. All in all, working with Alex, we developed a kind of creativity that it felt natural and organic.
Nothing beats organic like
And
connections.
and I never in my life expected. I'm working with him. I was like, it's Dom's brother, cool. That's awesome. But I don't look at things like that. I've met many celebrities, and I've worked with many celebrities. Before between being a DJ and an engineer, and like
They really are just regular people.
and
that
then some of them, they do have a high horse because they get treated that way, so they feed into that, and they put that wall up. Where like, all right, this is who I am. Then
They put
I
themselves on
understand
that pedestal.
but sometimes you don't play in that, and you just be you. And hard work beats anything. You know what I mean? Hard work
sure.
beats time all the time. So I feel like for me, what it was is they had high profile engineers, but me and Alex had something good and organic. And I went out there. I flew out there with them in the plane. We took Uber, to Miami.
My bad, bro. Bro, we got. Hold on, I think this is the perfect time to remind all our viewers that if you are not smoking,
Get your smoke right, baby.
if you are
Get
not
going.
smoking, get your smoke right. Roll up, pack the bong, pack the bull,
Whatever you got to
Rip
do.
that.
and get right.
Even,
Nah,
Whatever you
smack
gotta
an
do.
edible.
I'm sorry, promo. It
it's-
just hit me, bro. I think I was trying to hit the blunt. I think it hit me back.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nah, man. Just in general, just working with Alex. I flew out there with him and Ben from Miami. We went to LA. We were there for about 10 days. They got us an Airbnb. They make sure to take care of transportation. They pay me for my services, obviously. And
Fire.
at the same time, like, to be honest, as much as I was out there, a majority of the time, excuse me, guys.
Now you good, bro.
A
You got
majority of
to.
the time that we were out there, I might have engineered at most, out of the 10 days I was out there, at most maybe 8 hours of my time I was out there. And the reason being is because at that point, my bad boys.
It's essential.
that
It's
point-
essential.
When we were out there, we were working at 1050, really dope producer, works heavily with Lil Got It, RP, Key.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was working with Lil Key and other dope artists. He got linked up with us through the management and all that. And basically, we ended up working out of his crib. The
Okay.
1050 mansion, they were calling it.
Fire.
And shout out 1050, always showed love. The second trip in LA, embraced me again. We went right to his crib.
That's good, bro.
Basically, we just, we popped off over there working. We had different producers coming through. He had some really talented producers, musicians, people who play actual instruments, guitar, bass, acoustic.
Smooth.
We had people bringing in synthesizers and going crazy on the board.
Mm-hmm.
We were just basically trying to bring real elements, and it was like a work camp in a sense. Basically
Yeah.
producers camp,
Just
And 1050's crib, he was just tying people together. He usually does the trap shit, and he was trying to venture into the pop. And he's the producer of Freak Show. I don't know if you guys ever heard Freak Show from Alex, but that was on his last project.
Yeah.
Freak Show was actually produced by 1050, and we did it out of that crib. Man, when I tell you them boys were working, we were up all night late. A lot of it was production, and then eventually came to a point where Alex decided he wanted to just record himself.
Did you say did he record Run Out by himself?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure like half of if not the whole thing, most of it. Freak Show, I think I recorded Freak Show here. Mm-hmm. We did Freak Show here. We completed Freak Show here, and then the vocals from his feature on there were sent from an artist in Germany.
Okay, cool.
She's a pop artist that was popping out there in Germany.
Smart.
And I guess he was doing numbers in Germany, so, you know.
Technology, man. That's like the thing with algorithms, too, is you can see exactly where you're popping.
Yeah.
And like the fact that Alex was able to get, somebody from Germany just because he was popping in Germany, like that's so smart, too, because that's going to do huge numbers over there, especially when she's posting the song.
I think so. I don't know. It was an interesting experience trying to get Freak Show completed. Let's just say Freak Show was definitely
a Freak Show.
That was definitely hell of a mission trying to get that completed. But Alex is so dope, man. I can't take nothing away from Alex. We were out there. He can play guitar himself and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
he's a
great dope
vocalist.
writer. He comes up with amazing melodies. I haven't met someone that talented in a while until I worked with him. And just him like off rip, just off of like love, and respect, and just that was a great co-sign for me. I feel like working with Alex definitely helped me elevate a lot in this local area.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people started, wanting to definitely fuck with me more, seeing that because working with someone like Alex, that shows that like it's something. He has good quality music, good everything. So from that, I definitely started working with a lot more artists out here locally, and real dope artists. We got artists like Jay DeRue, the whole XMBIX, boys like them.
Shout out all those boys, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of dope talented artists out here I got to meet and throughout the last 6 years of engineering out here. Yeah.
How long have you been here in this area, South of Florida?
So I moved out here when I was in close to 98. I moved out here.
Oh shit!
But then around 2008, 2007, I moved to Virginia for a year, out in Stafford, outside of DC, 30 minutes. And then from there I came back down to start 10th grade. And I was back out here in the Lee County area.
Yeah.
And then
you went to high school out here?
I went to Mariner High School. Yeah.
Oh, you went to Mariner too?
Yeah.
I went to Mariner, bro. I didn't even know you went to Mariner. What year?
That's hilarious.
I graduated 2011.
2011? Damn, I'm 19.
20, yeah. I'm
bro.
Is Dr. Michael still there? Nah, Mr. Cook. Nah, he looked like Ric Flair, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
bro.
Mr. Cook. Nah, but every time I seen him a couple times in pub, and he'll be like, "Oh, I remember you," but I never had him in the class. I was like, "You all right?"
Did you ever do any crazy high school parties since you were kind of the music scene and
Yes,
stuff?
a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, yes. My 18th birthday party, SWAT team came.
No way, you got swatted?
SWAT team?
How that shit happen?
Bro, what do you have to do for the SWAT team?
Yeah, how did that shit happen?
Shout out to Julio for letting me use his crib.
Shout out Julio.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Julio.
homie Julio.
It's always the boys.
Yo, man, this is my senior year. And I was technically going to turn 18 on Sunday or Monday, and it was a Friday or Saturday. So it was my 18th birthday party. I was still 17. So
Right.
Yeah.
you'll understand why I said that. Long story short, basically, it was just it was one of those forward text message type eras. I don't know if you guys ever had parties like that where it'd be a forward text message address with party at this address tonight type shit.
Yeah.
So it was Promo's 18th birthday party address. I was off rip since I started as a DJ. I call myself DJ Promo.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I was about to
Day
say
one. That was
were
my
you
first and
promo?
only DJ name ever.
That's
I had other
dope.
DJ
That's fire.
names, but scratch those off that I thought about. But it was just a really lit party. It was packed. It was really, I did this in Cape Coral. There was a lot of people, really a lot of people, a lot of underage drinking.
North Cape? North Cape Coral?
You know where 24th is in Cape Coral? Where that it's just really sketch.
24th what?
Is it North Cape or South
And
Cape?
there's a roundabout at the end of Hancock and Cape Coral. And then
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. It's if there was any type of weird.
You just keep going.
There's not crime there like that, but there's definitely it's more lower budget, so it's a lot of sketch. It's closer to North Fort Myers and stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I got shot out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it'd be like that.
It's
No,
just
for real.
crazy.
For real. It'd be like that.
Yeah, North Fort Myers would be...
By
Yo.
the Boricua
Wild
spot,
as
you know what I'm
hell.
talking about? On Pondella?
Quericos or Pericos.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit wild over there.
But it was pretty much in that area. And it was, we had a party, a lot of people.
The homie
Long
Julio.
story short, I had put on the text I was going to end at 4 a.m., which I'm surprised we even ended past 10 p.m. in Cape Coral. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. 11 o'clock, it's over.
Nothing happens after 11 and 10. So long story short, I told my boy, yo, Danny, tell everybody we're going to end the party at 2. I'm tired. I'm lit. I'm trying to end this. My boys that own the crib, they look like they're ready to pass out.
Yeah.
And at this point, whatever girls there that were already lit, we had one room where we were just putting all the girls to just pass out, all our girlfriends and all our homegirls.
Some
They were just stacked up on each other in one room. And then, I guess apparently one dude, my boy comes back confused, looking at me. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He says, I told everybody what you told me, but these one group of guys, man.
Oh no.
He's like, I'm like, what? He's like, they told me the party ends when they say so. Suck my dick.
Oh, that happened to us.
Yup,
That happened to
that
us
definitely
last
happened
party,
to
bro.
us at my birthday
Those are
party.
the worst people, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
It was your party. They told you that was undone yet?
Yeah, bro. They were just like, the party was over. We kicked everybody out. The cops had shown up like 3 times because we were jumping off the roof.
Wow.
You know,
We were jumping off the
jumping
roof,
off the roof into
performing.
the pool. Yeah, performing.
We did
on
a
the
show on the roof.
like
That's
everything.
lit,
Yeah, I did a show.
And bro, these guys just wouldn't leave. They were like all fucked up, and we were trying to tell them to leave like cordially, you know, and they just kept laughing. I just couldn't tell if they were fucked up or if they were just joking around. They said they were trying to wait for the Uber, bro. It took about like 3 hours for the
Bro.
Uber to pull up. I'm like, yo,
I went outside to meet a shorty, and we in the driveway, like just like in her car and shit. And at first, I'm standing outside of her car for like 30 minutes, like not 20 minutes, and they're just like 3 houses down, standing at the neighbor's mailbox, just bullshitting. Like their Uber must have been like a private jet or some shit. How long this shit took?
For
yeah,
real.
bro. And then
Took,
we had girls like, you know, the dudes. We wait until we got to get to a certain point, like where we got to get angry, because there's just no point again like that, especially that late in the night when you drink and everything, right?
Got too much big things coming.
Right.
That's some
But
stupid
the
For real.
girls,
Nah,
though,
for
the
real.
girls weren't having that shit. So the girls came out and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, get out of here!"
Started
So,
screaming.
And now you got to come in there because they
yeah, because then they got
If
mad
you gonna let no ni-
disrespectful, and then they're
yeah.
like, they started saying, you know, calling them bitches, and then the one guy, when he called one of the girls a bitch and told us like suck a dick, I was like, "Yo," that's when I piped up and I was like, "Yo, you don't got to get rude like that, bro. Just honestly, just get out." And he just looks at me. I forgot what he said to me, but he like tried to spit at me and like,
Yeah,
but
bro.
completely missed. Like hit like the microwave in front. I was like, bro.
And I was
So-
inside the crib.
Yeah, I was inside the crib. So then I got a little hot, and I
whoa.
said, so I got a little hot, so I said something. So I was like, whoa. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? And his one boy kind of came back and just stared me down at the end of the hall. So I said, what's up? And nothing happened. They just ended up leaving as we thought, but they just stood at the doorway for hours. It was just
Yeah, but
a
at that
mess,
point,
bro.
you'd have me on edge. Like, if we just had a minor, like, bad energy and then you're still lingering around, now
Yeah.
you got me thinking all kinds of scenarios.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now
bro.
you're a liability.
Oh, 100%. So
exactly.
you know, it's
Now
like,
you're putting me at risk.
Especially when it's like an Airbnb or some shit, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I was passed. I was knocked out, bro.
So if those
And then there was
guys-
2, you know.
Y'all listen to this pod, bro. Y'all weird, bro. I
Weird
ain't
as
about
hell.
to Do that. Just
Some
we ain't gotta do it
weirdos.
again. That's
As
some weird shit. That's some weird shit. But it
No.
don't matter. It
But
don't matter.
yeah.
At least everything went smoothly, though. I mean, we had a good party, bro. That's why I asked
Yeah.
you if
Oh,
you do
yeah.
parties.
It was
'cause-
valid.
Yeah, they cut to it. They said that, boom. And, you know, I was like, who? Who, bro? Because, like, I'm not Mike Tyson.
Right.
I'm not John Wayne, but I'm not Pee Wee Herman either. you
Yeah,
know?
no.
Yeah,
of course,
no,
man.
no, no.
It's
you
all
gotta do
about
your thing.
principles, you know, like, bro, we here vibing. Don't fuck that shit
It's
up.
not
all
your
about
crib
energy.
either,
Yeah,
like,
let
vibe
alone
that.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we letting you vibe inside. We're not having a problem. You know, simple shit.
Yeah, no,
things
it's
that you
about-
expect to be common sense, but unfortunately, you know.
Especially when you're invited into somebody's space.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like, you
man.
gotta respect
So,
that.
Like when a party ends, what makes you want to stay at it?
What the fuck? Exactly.
It's like mad late, bro.
It's
Like,
weird.
oh
Now
my
you're
God.
just fucking up the energy.
It's just
you know,
weird.
Like,
It's
you
just
ain't
like 2
finna-
in the morning. It's like, first of all, if you're not tired, you not have a girl to go see, you not have a place to go, you not like
Go
you
take
know,
care of your moms,
Go
bro.
hug your dog.
For real. Go
Yes.
talk to your moms. She
do
told me she missed
something.
you last night.
Like
You
weirdo.
know what I'm saying?
Go do something.
Nah,
bro.
but yeah,
My
speaking of like staying local, bro, like since you've been here in this area, bro, how do you feel like the local music scene's changed since like people like Plies and shit?
Oh, it's changed drastically. I think there's a lot more talent for sure. I think just the only thing lacking in the community is the business aspect.
The
I mean, it's growing
technicalities.
for sure, but it's still that's the biggest lack. I feel like there's so much raw talent. I just feel like there's a lot of people they're not as self-aware of how they're branding themselves. Like, I feel like everything from not only video and pictures, but the way you like drop tracks, drop promotion,
yeah.
marketing.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still like a large population of artists out here that still need to grasp a better way of it, understand more algorithms, digital stuff.
How to treat
I'm
the
no
product.
genius at that either, but I know for someone behind the board, for you artists, you know, and anybody else that wants to excel in any brand and business, like, yeah, I could do better at that too as well myself. And I've been growing with that myself, but I feel like that's just the biggest thing out here. I feel like a lot of people are dated out here with that. They're still trying to catch on to like everything new as versus artists from bigger cities.
So we have
Awesome.
a lot of sorry not to cut you off. We just
No, you good.
for any artist that's listening, because we have a lot of up and coming artists, whether it's music, you know, graphic design, videography. But actually, you know what? Let's touch up mainly on music. So, would your advice to these people who are coming up and trying to become an artist, because we do know it's very difficult, what is your best advice, would you say, to get technical and learn branding versus just like having a pretty voice and some good music?
Yeah, the biggest thing first off is don't just go by image of everything. I think it's the biggest thing. A lot of artists will try to go to like pick studios and have the baddest ass studios, but maybe they won't have like the right engineer for them or something. They just care more about the moment, but they're not realizing the biggest factor. Like working with a producer hands-on goes a long way. Having direct connection with certain videographers goes a long way in creativity. But besides that, it's just doing education. You know what I mean? Figuring out really how artists are out here, you know, handling their management, understanding how publishing and distribution really works. I think there's a lot of artists out there releasing music and they just go straight to SoundCloud and YouTube, and they're not realizing like, all right, all platforms. Okay, when you drop on all platforms, how are you collecting? Like, you know, simple shit.
You're
like
actually
that.
doing something with your music.
And also the biggest thing out here is too many artists think about trying to be the hottest artist in the city. And that's only gonna hold you back because you gotta think global, not local. Like if you try to think
100%.
about like, why is this guy down the street not fucking sharing my shit or liking my shit or coming to my local show? Like worry about the bigger shows, you know what I mean? Try to get them opening acts or try to get those like audiences where you have like a important person there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry about someone that's just
A place where people are gonna pull
Yeah.
up anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think a lot of people get caught up with just the local fame shit out here. Versus in Miami, they know it's like the real deal shit, so they're trying to do bigger things.
I agree. I feel
Or
like
LA, you know, they know there's bigger things out there, so they really on their toes. Like,
the ego here
people get
is
comfortable.
people like, I feel like as an artist, I've had a lot of trouble like working with a lot of people because some people just don't be showing up sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people think that like they worth more than you, more than your
Yeah, and that's
time,
what I
it's-
understand that too. Cause trust me, when I DJ at a club, like I expect all my freaking friends to be there and all my following. Like if you guys really like all my posts, why the fuck are you guys not 20 minutes away at this club where I'm at tonight? You know,
A stranger will support you before a friend will.
100%.
I have no idea how many people will tag me in their posts, come to me at the end of the night and dap me. I'll say, bro, you're fire, bro. You're the GOAT. And there's
Right.
great DJs, but when they call you the GOAT, you're that guy. I made their world, I made their night, or I had them dancing all night. They're drenched in sweat because of my mix, you know what I mean? And I got these girls that are like, yo, you made us dance because, you know, that's how the bar is going to make their money. You know you're an asset to a venue. Like, that's rewarding, you know what I mean? And yeah, you said that's from strangers.
Becoming an asset, I think that's awesome. Like how you just put that. Like you can be talented, you know, you can put things together. Like you make music, you're a DJ, but being an asset though, like actually bringing in a crowd, actually getting people to move, actually playing the right music, and you know, club to make money. That's the most important thing.
I think it's a two-way road for both artists, venues, clubs, DJs, anybody. I think if you're an artist and you want to perform at a venue, because you don't know how many times I get hit up every day, because I got a packed out club every night. We're at capacity every week. At King's Bar every Friday, and then Tanampa Thursdays. But
Yeah, bro, give yourself a little shout out, bro. Let everybody know where you're at. No,
my
seriously.
boy Blast is the guy, man.
Your
real quick.
schedule, man.
Blast 1K Promotions. That's the guy. That's the king of Naples to me right now, man. He's been putting in work, and he's a real genuine, humble dude. He's a really good promoter. He'll pack out any venue on any night. He just chooses what nights he wants to pack them out. You feel
And where are
me?
you at usually during the week?
I was at Fuegos, and now I've currently moved to King's Bar on Fridays.
Okay.
I'm gonna be doing my last night at Fuegos this Friday.
Oh yeah.
So that's a real dope night for everyone to catch me in Cape Coral.
Yes,
And then
sir.
every Friday after that, I'll be in Naples, spinning the hottest hip hop with some Latin music in there. I'll even drop some EDM if that's the case. You know, we got a
Yes, sir.
crazy ass CO2 cannon that shoots from the roof.
I've seen that, bro.
shit.
That shit's awesome.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just trying to venture out and still revamp myself as a DJ because I was doing it for a while. When COVID hit, I took a 2-year break and just focused on the studio, which was my, you know, my shit really started booming. But now I'm back DJing. This past year and a half is when I came back DJing, and now it's like,
So now that you got like 12 years in the game, you know, probably even longer, just like dabbling. But you got like 12 years in the game, you know, with all this wisdom and experience, what do you say like now? What's your long-term goal now? Like, what do you see yourself doing, or what have you tried to manifest for yourself lately?
as far as like currently, like my
Yeah, like for
short-term,
music or
like-
just like life in general. Like, what are you aiming towards?
Personally, really, this music journey is something I really want to continue growing with. You know, when I was 14, I told myself I wanted to be a hot engineer. When I was 16, I told myself I want to be a hot DJ. I feel like I've definitely accomplished that locally.
Right.
So now I feel like it's just about growing that more worldwide. I would love to DJ in Vegas. I would love to DJ in Ibiza. I would love to DJ, you know, worldwide. I love to do sessions with all kinds of dope artists. The way me and, you know, Eddie were talking about certain caliber artists and gain from this artist to another, but in a genuine manner, you know? I think that's kind of what I want to elevate, you know? Cappy's been one of my biggest mentors. And that's someone that, you know, I've seen him from ground zero before he had a plaque, before he had a Grammy. And someone I worked with heavily. When he was still doing sessions here, I used to come here and shadow him. And seeing where he's gone, I think it's kind of similarities. And I think this makes sense why organically I kind of found the same path as him and Zay. I would love to have my own studio one day. I'm not in a rush yet for that. I have a home here, as well as other studios. Shout out to Track Out as well, OG Baby, the boys. They take care of me there as well. I'm freelance, you know. I go anywhere an artist feels comfortable. At the end of the day, it's about the music. And for me, I just want to kind of keep growing and be that go-to artist for go-to engineer for a lot of artists, you know.
Right.
Eventually have a studio and then eventually even dabble into other businesses. I want to open up businesses. I would love to open up a Checkers on 41.
Yeah.
41 can use a Checkers, you know.
We need that, no facts.
Checkers is Port Charlotte, you know what I mean?
After the
Fuck
strip
with
club.
Checkers hard.
When I lived in Orlando,
Yeah,
we didn't have Checkers out here. So when I discovered the Checkers burger, I was in love, bro.
Fire, dude. I love
Checkers
Checkers.
is
I get a
cheap and
Checkers
delicious.
burger and some fries real
Is that
quick.
where everything's like miniature and shit?
Nah,
bro.
it's just normal burgers.
It's where we
That-
went after the strip club. The first time
Emerald
we went
City,
to the
you're
strip
probably
club.
talking about.
Yeah, we went to Emerald City the first time. We snuck the homie in. You remember when we snuck the homie in and then we went to
I don't
Checkers?
remember doing that at all,
Ooh,
bro. I don't know what
allegedly.
you're talking about.
Allegedly.
But yeah, I do remember going. I do remember going to Checkers.
I love that shit. Yeah, good. I fuck with you, bro. He don't say
Yes,
nothing,
sir.
and then when he speaks like a lawyer, allegedly. That's your guy right here. That's your guy.
That's the homie, bro. Not
That's
for
the-
real.
bro.
He keeps you safe.
But
Do you feel like
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
do you
bro.
feel like being a Hispanic DJ in Southwest Florida gives you like some type of edge? Like that international perspective and like not just in Southwest Florida, but I think
I
like
feel blessed to be
globally.
Hispanic out here in
No,
Southwest
100%.
Florida. I feel like obviously growing up in here generally in the States, you know, I'm Americanized with, I know all kinds of blends of culture. I grew up listening to hip hop, but also my parents old school from Puerto Rico, so I grew up
Salsa.
with the old Latin music, salsa.
Yeah.
I've had really dope friends that super Dominican and Mexican, banda,
Que lo que.
corridos, dembow, bachata,
Yeah.
you know. So like I feel like being a Latin in Southwest Florida makes the most sense, I guess, to be it'd be a good DJ, you know what I mean?
like
It
easy
just makes
to
sense
blend in.
naturally, you know. But I've heard white DJs spin the fuck out some dope ass hip hop and Latin music. I've seen black DJs dance better salsa than I can dance, you know what I mean?
shit.
My boy DJ Dre, he's dope. He's from the islands, but he a black dude. He'll take any Latin girl and he'll spin them right.
You
Sorry,
think,
that's
you think DJ Riffic can do some salsa or what?
Facts.
Oh,
You think
shout
Riffic
out
can
to
hit-
Riffic.
Yo,
Shout out Riffic,
I would
bro.
love to see Riffic do some side. He could spin some music though. I tell you
sure.
what though.
Oh, yeah.
Riffic be holding down Sky Bar. He's been holding down the whole downtown area for real. So he's very respected. When I first started coming out here again DJing, because I started DJing in 2012, but it wasn't until like 2016 when I actually professionally had a mentor to show me, bro, this is how you're supposed to be doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like somebody.
And then from that's how I ended up meeting Riffic. And Riffic embraced me in my beginning. And that's something I never forgot. Because to this day, every time I see Riffic, it's always been love. Anytime I need advice, he was there. Straight up, there's a lot of politics in this bullshit of music.
Right.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And people don't think of it. People think, yeah, real deal Holyfield, of course. Be real and genuine to yourself. But no matter what will get you past a lot of things is politics, unfortunately. Don't be fake, but also still understand everything has a consequence and a cause and effect. You know what I mean? So always gotta imagine like you on camera or audio recording when you're doing anything in relation to your brand, your image. But even dropping that shit aside, Riffic's been genuinely behind that. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we take it out, we turn the cameras out, we vibing like we were. Riffic, day one, you know, he's always been genuine with me.
What a
Us
stand-up
too.
father too, man. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I love
that's something
seeing-
we have a bond with too, because when he first had his kid, he was calling me, asking me for little things
Yeah.
too, like, yo, bro, I know you're a dad now and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So Riffic's always shown me a lot of love. So.
I was
How
gonna
is-
ask you about that, but go ahead.
How is it like balancing the DJ life, like producer life, and being a father?
It's
But how old is your son?
my son is 4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my son full time. He lives with me full time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the
That's a
little
blessing.
Me and
homie.
his baby mama, you know, it didn't work out, but whatever.
His love.
But he lives with me. I have him Monday through Friday, take him to daycare, and the weekend, you know, one of the days I
Beautiful.
take off from the
Little
studio.
boy.
It's definitely hard because my schedule's fucked up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could imagine.
I feel like the biggest thing for me is time management, and I'm not the best at it, to be honest. I try my best. Typically, I'll do my sessions set up like he goes to daycare in the morning, right? From that, he gets picked up at the end of the day. luckily my lady, I have a lady, she helps me out, my girl, and she helps me a lot. I think that support helps me a lot. If it wasn't for that, I'd be coming a lot more out of pocket too with certain things and wouldn't be able to take as many sessions. So having a support system is the biggest thing. And for those who don't, I big salute to you. It's still hard for me, to this day, because at the end of the day, it's my child.
Yeah.
So like right now, he's being watched, but it was bedtime, so it just made sense.
Yeah.
But hats off to you though, man. You're still making it happen.
Yeah, no. So pretty much, it's definitely doable.
Do you bring
At
him
the end of
around
the
the
day-
music? Like,
Huh?
do you bring him this facility? Do you
Oh
bring him to
man,
your
I got
sets?
pictures for day him here.
That's
awesome.
I even
Beautiful.
had him come to sessions before when he got a little bit older. Where I know he'd be like, "Yo, just sit there and chill out, be quiet." He's 4 now. Yeah, he's still a kid.
He's
but
excited and shit.
He's a really smart kid, and
He
I
understands
love
what's
that.
important, though.
So,
yeah.
like, I brought him around sessions. Actually, one of my DJ tags is him. In the club, I press the button. It says him saying my name, DJ.
That's
Promo.
fucking dope.
Oh, that's
It's just a
awesome,
kid.
man.
It's a kid's
Dope.
voice in the club saying DJ Promo.
Shout out to
I love
homie.
So I be doing a crazy
Perez.
mix. They
Sick.
twerking, and he's with me in the club.
That's
All
fucking
twerks,
fire
that's
right there.
sick.
That's
But
fucking amazing.
nah, man, it's doable. It was hard in the beginning, but anyone who has a kid, they know like it's hard in the beginning, but then you kind of like naturally, like when you get a new job or you start school, in the summertime when it was like you were sleeping in and you were staying up late, but then you had to start school again, waking up super early. It's like you fall back, but then after a month, like you're back to waking up early as fuck
right.
again.
You're on point.
It's just a rhythm. You find your rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like anyone can still chase the dream and shit. You know what I mean? When I went to LA, I had my kid. That didn't
Brought him.
stop me. I had to figure it out, but I figured it out. If you want something, you'll figure it out. But
Always.
time management is a big deal, so I make sure every weekend I take one day, either Saturday or Sunday, one day completely off, so I could be with them, chilling and off.
Just hanging out.
And then so today, I think yesterday was my day. And then today, it's gonna be my work day and just do some mixing and stuff.
Perfect.
Hanging out with you guys today. So
There we go.
I try to alternate that, and then I try my best to set up my sessions while he's in daycare during the day, so that way I can have the nighttime off. But to be honest, most of the time of the week I take nighttime sessions. So that's just what it is.
A lot of the art, like,
It's
is
hard.
created at night.
A lot of
you know
but
what
it's
I'm
going
saying?
back to him because with this, I'm able to give him great experiences.
Exactly.
No, for sure. Meeting people,
That's the
being
best
around.
thing you could give to a kid
Yeah.
too, though. Too, I think
He told me he wants to be a
experience.
DJ like me.
I was about
That's
to
what I was
say.
gonna
That's-
ask you. Yeah,
like-
I was gonna ask.
That's
Like,
lit.
Your
going-
mini me.
Yeah, he did ask. Like I have a little turntable. I have like my secondary one, my backup, and sometimes I'll have him there, and he likes to play with it. But one
That's
time he
cute
told
as
me straight,
hell.
like, "Daddy, I want to make music like you." But he said producer, not DJ. And the
Okay.
fact that he said producer as a for, I want to be a producer like you. I'm like, what? Maybe you're just saying that because you're in
said
the moment,
what?
but it's the
Right.
fact that
But still,
I
it's
got
just
pictures
like-
with him sitting on my lap while mixing a song. I never. My father wasn't really like involved with me like that. Like he was like an in and out type person.
Right.
But I'm trying to be the opposite. So like with that, musically, I feel like that's a big connection because I feel like I'm trying to start that bloodline of like, now you're gonna be better than me when you're my age. Like when you're my age, I expect you to be like a beast already. Like maybe I could start something to where like you can make it even bigger. And like if I don't make it, you make it. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can save him so much time. You're gonna teach him all the stuff like
Everything
don't do that,
I'm
do
a cheat code
this.
for him right now.
That
And
is-
even then, let's say he doesn't want to do music. Let's say he wants to do cook or I don't know, play tennis. I don't know. I'm gonna make sure I get him the best.
He's a tennis
anything.
chef.
I'll get the best I can to excel in that.
A tennis shot.
You just gotta. That's what it's about. You just try to get them, shape them the best you can. You know.
Right. And I was gonna ask you too with that, like, which I guess you kind of answered it. I was gonna say, like, if your son grows up and he's like, Dad, I don't want to go to college. Like, I want to do this shit. Like, I know for me, like a generation of parents, like I know for me, Santi. I'm not too sure about Austin, but I know it's just like, you tell your parents you want to do something that's not like the regular traditional route, like college and school, etc. I mean, especially being immigrants like me and Santi, like their parents literally risked it all to come here, and they're like, oh, you want to fuck around with the camera? Like,
Yeah, I
it's
feel
kind of
that.
how it was
For
at
real.
first. Now
Wow.
for me, my parents believe in it a lot more, but it's
That's
like,
how it was. My mom was so against me going to school instead of the army. She's like, go to the army. They'll pay for your school.
They want you to take the safe route. They don't want you to do
That-
it. Like, they don't really
Yeah.
care
That's
what
the
you want.
word
They want
right
you to be
there, the
safe,
safe
bro.
route.
Security,
They
bro.
want you the security. They want to make sure you have that money, that health insurance, whatever you
Which
need.
is cool.
so that-
Power to people that take the safe route and it works out for them.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
But-
like,
I feel like life, like
It's about living,
it's
bro.
the journey.
It's not about surviving and like being straight. It's about living and experiencing and going through
100%.
shit.
Like everyone has their own different circumstances and their own like responsibilities. Like, fuck yeah, if I got like $500 tomorrow, why not? If I could take a trip to like somewhere and back, But I got thinking about my son first and realized like I got to take care of me with this and this. But that's why I hustle hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fuck all that. But the reality of it is like, you know, pretty much what you said. Like, you know, living life, enjoy it. So for me, it's experiences. You know, point A to point B. It's not about where you get to; it's how you get there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the funnest part.
Us too,
like,
bro.
What you're asking me is like, where do I want to be? I have the idea where I want to be, but I can't say exactly where because 2 years ago I thought I wanted to be somewhere else, and I realized I want to go this way.
Yeah.
Same thing with at one point in high school, I did want to go in the Army and say, you know, I'll take the safe route. Then I go to
Right.
college for music.
We don't know any better, too.
Boom, 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 boom. But then I thought to myself, if I go to the military right now, I'm gonna be like 6 months in boot camp or whatever, all that. And I'm like, that's taking me away from being in the studio. That's taking me like that's gonna take my drive and passion. I'm gonna be around a bunch of people that just want to go like in military mode. And I grew up with a military family too. You know what I mean? I have a brother in the military. My grandfather was in the military. My dad was in the military. So it was like that military influence was very like, yo, do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What pushed you to do music? Like, what was the like? Did you have like, or did you just
Yeah, well, like,
fall
was
in
there-
love with it? Or
I was obsessed with it, bro. It just nothing else made sense.
Was there someone like in your life younger that was making music that like inspired you?
My cousin Carlos, DJ Red, R.I.P. So when I first wanted to become a DJ, my dad's sister's son, my cousin.
Your cousin.
I was just tracking it down. I was like tracking it down for a second. I had to track it down.
just
But his name was Carlos Lopez, DJ Red. Very popular DJ. He was a DJ producer, Tech House. He produced Tech House, and he was a DJ Tech House. But very popular. He was one of the innovators in the Tech House scene in Puerto Rico.
Word.
He was a popular DJ. I mean, this dude opened up for David Guetta, went on tour with Tiesto back in Tiesto's prime.
Damn.
that's hard.
Boys driving a Mercedes off of just being a DJ, which these
That's
days
different.
you can't just be a DJ. You have to have a
Yeah.
DJ and another job. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I mean, I'm blessed to be studio and DJ, so it's like music is all around. But most people they work a normal 9 to 5 and DJ these days. You know, this guy was like just full time DJ, like, and he was badass, real dope producer. Fortunately, he passed away Christmas about like say about 2017, 16.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
passed away. Yeah, no, but you know, I appreciate that. He was the reason I really wanted to pursue DJing to a higher. He raised my expectation as a DJ.
Yeah.
Same way Cappy raised my expectation as being an engineer producer. You feel me? Like you are who you surround yourself around. You know. So this guy, man, I want to be DJ at 16, 17ish. I think it was 15. I want to be a DJ. And 16, I went to Puerto Rico. I used to go to Puerto Rico every summer. I used to be there for 3 months and work every summer at a clothing store.
Fire.
That's how I ended up buying my turntable and my drum machine, you know, the following summers. They found out, you know, my family found out I want to be a DJ. I had an interest. They were like, yo, link up with your cousin. You haven't seen him since you were like a kid. He's going to be in Puerto Rico when you're in Puerto Rico. He's going to be, you know, maybe you could go there when he's DJing. Keep in mind, I'm 16. To drink in Puerto Rico, it's 18 and up. But this was in San Juan, at Hotel San Juan, at Club Brava. And in there, since it's a tourist location, they made it 21 and up to drink at that club and to enter.
Damn.
Homeboy is so G, man, OG, man. He told me, he found out I was in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm come to where I'm going to be at, blah, blah. My mom dropped me off at the club. I'm over here 16. He walks to the front. How you doing, primo? It's been a minute.
That's
Yo,
lit,
man.
bro.
Boom, boom. All right, just follow me.
Hell yeah.
In there.
16, bro. 16
Did
years
you
old.
look
little
16
jit.
though, or were you one of like them old ass looking 16-year-olds?
I was a jet, bro.
Yeah.
No
Little
facial
boy.
hair, super skinny, like small dog.
Pequeñito,
over here,
pequeñito.
Scared, like you know what I mean. I don't drink like that. Homeboy brings me in like right through the front, just like daps up the bounce and that's him. Let me primo, boom, walked right in, packed out. Joy Randy's DJ was having his birthday party celebration there. So it was packed. All the hottest DJs of like reggaeton and tech house, they were all like, you know, they're there, you know, to do a DJ rotation. And you know, even though he's a tech house DJ, he still, you know, he grew up in Puerto Rico. So it's like all the people from the barrios, they know each other. You know,
Yeah.
reggaeton DJs, tech house DJs, still, you know what I mean?
It's
From
the
Puerto
industry
Rico.
over there.
And he still dropped like it's a club and it's a commercial club like white people. So you know, they'll still drop some house music and shit. You know what I mean?
fucking love promo.
It's all that. You know, it's a tourist spot. You know,
No, yeah.
Floyd Mayweather likes to go out there when he's on vacation, and it was cool because that night Miguel Cotto was in VIP with us. He's a boxer, real dope boxer.
That's lit.
That's
I didn't even
hard.
know who Miguel. That was Miguel Cotto. I knew who Miguel Cotto was, but you know, in real life, sometimes you see people you don't really like. Is that them?
Yeah,
Is
and you
that-"
kind of just
I was
like
kind of staring at him. He was making out with some chick all night in VIP.
couldn't really talk. Couldn't really
I was
talk.
like, I don't want to like. go tap him like, oh
Yeah,
yo,
that's awkward as hell.
But the next day, my cousin confirmed, yo, that was Miguel Cotto. We were chilling.
Especially a boxer too.
They slap on a 21 and up band on me. He's like, what do you drink? I'm like,
Water.
Nothing.
Whatever you're having. Hands me whiskey and Coke.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like Black Label or some shit.
Valid.
I was lit, bro. I was going, had me in the top floor VIPs. Then he spun a set and DJing. Everyone showing him love on that, just coming up to him, dapping him up. He's like, let's take pictures and shit. And next thing you know, I'm just like, yeah.
That's
what you want to
I
do.
think I want to be a DJ. You know what I mean? Like, but I always love music. I love all kinds of music, man. I could listen to Latin music. I could listen to hip hop. I can listen to house. I can listen to indie music.
Who's your number one artist right now?
And what?
Like, what's the one thing you're bumping? It doesn't have to be a number one artist, but like what are you
listening to
bumping
or
right
like
now? Yeah, like right now. Like
What would you recommend to the listeners?
What day are we at? We had July 24th, 10:58 on a Sunday. What are you bumping, bro?
To be honest, a lot of shit I've been bumping lately is the shit I've been working on because I'm trying to perfect that shit.
I feel you. Okay.
A lot of Jada Rue's music, Yano's music, Rip's music. But as far as the commercial aspect, I've been DJing so much lately, so it's been a lot of Bad Bunny.
That album,
that album, he's killing it.
Oh
yeah, Bad Bunny's pretty much the main guy.
Breaking records, bro.
Alpha's always dropping heat. That DJ O'Donnell, you know. The Dembo wave with the Dominicans is really big right now.
It's huge, bro. I love
reggaeton's just reggaeton. It's a powerhouse.
Classic, bro. Classic. Can't go wrong.
I'm still trying to lately I've been spinning so much Latin venues that I'm getting recalibrated again with the hip hop. But as far as the hip hop, man, I don't know. Like I like some hard shit like 42 Doug,
Oh my God.
Hot Boy.
He loves 42 Doug.
Like, shit like that. Like
That's
that shit be
what
done. We play that shit. I
That's
play
what
that
I
shit.
want.
Hot Boy, 42 Doug, Little Baby.
Our boy's
You know,
smacking right now.
Shit like that. Future.
Hot Boy's
You can
on
never
the
go
run
wrong
like
with all
dirt.
that. Kodak, all that.
Right. Bro, at Rolling Loud, did you see?
Oh my God.
We didn't go to Rolling Loud. We just came back from Miami actually like a couple hours ago.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't go to Rolling Loud. We celebrated Santi's 21st birthday. Shout out Santi. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, folks.
Yeah, for real. Happy
sir.
birthday again, bro. I'm gonna drink to that.
So we were out there celebrating his birthday. We were just kind of trying to be around everybody, network a little bit. But we saw on our last night, we were scrolling through Instagram and Kid Cudi.
Yeah, he got booed.
He got booed and they threw shit at him. And Kanye wasn't supposed to perform because he backed out. And then he ended up coming out dressed up. But he's a super villain.
Cudi. Wait. So Kanye actually performed?
Yeah.
So he just shitted on Cudi, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Austin got a better
Kanye-
rundown.
So Rolling Loud
Still
announces.
beefing? Do they have beef?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what makes it crazy. So Kanye announces, "Yo, I'm not performing at Rolling Loud anymore. I'm pulling out," and it was all because he wanted to bring out Travis Scott, and apparently,
Because of the whole shit.
Travis Scott can't perform there because of Astroworld, the shit that happened.
Was he like on a probation or is that for?
I don't know because Dirk brought him out or Future brought him out last night at Rolling Loud.
Wait, Future brought Travis out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without,
bro.
without knowing?
Yeah.
What happens?
Nothing. They were lit.
They didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
he
they
was
got
just kind of
lit.
screaming on the mic, though. No
so
cap.
do you think Travis Scott came there like privately, like hidden the
Yeah.
whole time?
Bro, he
low-key,
had to have
like,
been, bro. Like
because
Live
they said-
Nation venues are not letting him perform because
Yeah.
of the people that passed
Oh
away.
my god! So
Bro.
they probably gonna be more tighter. Like if they see Travis Scott, you gotta leave type shit. You know?
But he had that bitch bumping.
Oh,
I like
bro,
Travis-
mosh pitting, bro.
Bro, so
I really
Travis
feel
comes
bad
out-
about whoever lost their last Astro, but
He's a great performer.
It's
Do you
really-
think it was
so
Travis's
that's a
fault?
tough-
Let's get to it.
it's not
Was
the
it
artist's
Travis's fault?
No, and that whole Illuminati shit, then you cut that shit out. You know what I mean?
But back to, like, what was
Illuminati is a whole
going
nother topic, but for that aspect, he was just lit. It was
For
a
real.
lit show.
That ass.
And I know I've been on stage before where niggas are telling me like, stop, I can't hear shit. I'm going hard. I'm like,
Bro,
yeah,
you're in
you say
front of-
harder, I hit the air horn, like you know.
You're in front of all them lights, bro. All those people are
Yes.
screaming.
Nah,
and
being
out.
on stage is different angle from when you're in the crowd and people are yelling at you when you got something else blasting opposite. Like you got your monitors thumping at you, you're not hearing people yelling at you. You just hear people going like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right,
at that
right.
point, I'm gonna yell like, yeah, you like that?
So did
We
Kanye
lit.
Kanye
No,
came
yeah.
out after Cudi,
So,
right?
Wow.
so Cudi.
Yeah, was
So
it?
Kanye announces he's not going to perform at Rolling Loud because of the Travis thing, and then they announced Cudi's going to replace him as the headliner for the Saturday night show. Or Friday, one of the for Saturday night, Friday night, one of the two, but it doesn't matter.
Why did they fall out?
You got the flame.
It's mainly like Cudi's soft, and obviously Kanye's
Cudi's
a
soft.
fucking villain.
Dude,
And,
Cuddy's
you know,
a demon.
It just eventually just break up
Cudi or
every single
Kanye?
time. Was it
Kanye.
their time expired?
Yeah, pretty much. It was. I think it was.
They had a
some shit
good
with
thing
Donda.
going, man.
They
The
made
whole-
great music, bro.
When
They-
Pusha T was on there,
Dude, they
and
had
2
a great song
Chainz
on
and
Donda.
Cudi, they had a solid like foundation.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
the Kid See Ghost album,
Fire. Reborn, bro. Classic.
So they announced Kid
Damn.
Cudi's performing. Everybody's mad because I feel like Ye doesn't perform that much anymore. So a lot of people were buying tickets for Rolling Loud just to see Ye, to be honest. Because like fuck, it's Ye. And a Ye show is fucking something else. And Yeah, cancels. Cuddy takes that, and then Cuddy's performing. People are just throwing trash at him the whole time he's up there.
Jesus
So he runs
Christ.
off stage mid set, just dips, and then I think it was it was later that night. Dirk performs and brings out Kanye
Oh shit.
right after Cuddy runs off stage and Kanye cancels. He comes out for Dirk's set, painted in all black with like some super villain sunglasses on over his hoodie.
For real.
Dude, it was
and went
Gotham.
fucking
It was straight
nuts.
Gotham.
Who would you say
Miami
was better though?
Gotham.
Travis Scott coming out or Kanye coming out? What was more impact?
Kanye,
Kanye? Wow,
Yeah.
Kanye?
bro, it was.
I think Kanye just because of what happened with Cudi.
Yeah, it was like some real life super villain
Yeah.
shit because of the
People
beef.
seeing like a live like showdown.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was like so much
Yeah.
leading up to that moment. Like
That's
What
what
those
culture,
beefs
though.
are for, bro. It's
I
what
like
the beefs
that.
are for.
That's good culture right there though.
You think
Yeah.
you think it's legit though? Or you think that was staged by Rolling Loud? Because
I
that's
mean,
a fire show.
It could be staged by Rolling Loud, but Kid Cudi wouldn't go out.
I don't
like
think
that.
they would. Yeah, bro.
Kid
but
Cudi
like,
wouldn't go out like that.
how do you
That's the
feel about
thing. Like, he
disrespecting
wouldn't want to lose
artists
his
like that?
manhood like that.
I don't think anyone should ever disrespect artists unless like the artist came out very like out
Yeah.
of pocket.
Bro, he
he
was
wasn't-
just doing his thing,
he
bro.
wasn't
I'm not
doing a
gonna
bad
lie.
If
performance
like
at all.
artists was like fuck all your city and fuck you, yeah, boo
Yeah.
that guy. But the dude just coming out there, and you don't fuck with him right now. Like I think there's a thing with MGK when he got booed at that like rock event.
I know what you're talking about.
Slipknot, he was having beef with Slipknot for a little bit. So long story short, whatever him Slipknot had going on, they had some type of shit, and he said some shit about like, I'm not like some 50-year-old guy still wearing a mask or some shit. Like he just dissed them for like their whole fit and everything because like whatever they had going on behind the scenes that no one knew. But once you bring that shit to the light publicly, it's like no one knew. You didn't have to say that shit. And now naturally that crowd they started booing him. I guess he kind of did deserve that. I wish he didn't get that for that because I think he's I have my ifs. I'm not a MGK fan, but I'm not against
Yeah.
him. I think he's he has his moments.
I think
Yeah.
he's in his own little pocket. I'm
He's
just
a-
not a fan of that pocket. You know
I
what
just
mean?
don't like how he came off like as a really badass. I'm a MC machine
Yeah, he
gun, and
wanted-
now he's like, yeah, bro, now I'm a rock star.
Yeah, he like
you said came off like that first.
it was like he was kind of being like a culture vulture at first, and then he switched up like as
Yeah,
soon
but
as
he
he got
bagged
those
But now it
fans.
makes him double culture vulture because it makes him now look like now you're just trying to double down. It's like, bro,
like once he got that big fandom, he switched over to make the music he really wanted to make. You know what I mean?
And then see, I think he does a pretty good job.
He doesn't
at
do
that
bad, like,
route.
he gets-
It's not my thing. That's not my cup of tea to like sit there and be like, oh man, you hear the MJK, man.
I've seen clips of his live shows and they look nuts, but I would never go. To
No,
one.
yeah, he looks like he's doing his thing in the punk
Yeah.
rock era.
I liked him in that
mean,
movie they
area.
did for the rock band.
I don't even know.
I don't
I
know.
ain't see it.
I always gotta see it. He's a good actor.
Yeah,
I
but
give it to him.
he bagged Megan Fox though. So
Oh,
you can't-
Megan
yeah.
Fox.
She is just she hit like a revamp too, bro.
She's
like,
so bad.
I remember when Transformers came out, everybody that was like
That was
every
my
little
baby.
boy's like
Hell yeah.
everything, right? And then I saw her a couple years later. I'm like, nah, man, she's she's pretty, but she wasn't all that. And now she's with MGK, and I'm just like,
Well, they
I
be
want
on some
more.
weird shit though.
What?
Nah, y'all want to talk about MGK? Man, we'll
Which
talk
one?
about what's Kim's band.
Pete.
They're best
Oh,
friends
Skeet.
too. MGK and
Yeah,
Pete
they
are
did that
best
little
friends.
photo shoot naked and shit.
Yeah.
Naked, but
You think
know
for
what I mean.
real?
yeah, bro, they on
So
some
we're in
shit.
some Calvin Klein underwear, whitey tighties, having a good time.
How you feel about
Tripping.
like the Kanye Pete beef?
Kanye who?
Kanye and Pete beefing.
Over Kim.
Kanye be
Kanye's
getting with-
crazy. Kim's enjoying it. Pete's winning. I mean,
No facts. I mean, bro, Pete's
It's
the one
just
getting
at this
some.
point, it's just like, sheesh, and then you change the channel. Like,
Yeah,
Right,
that's-
it's too
I don't know.
much.
At this point, I'm kind of over.
It's
it,
gotten
'cause, like,
annoying.
Facts.
at this point, she done had Reggie Bush. She
done
done
had the whole
had
gang.
Ray J.
She had everybody.
I had
cuz.
everybody.
She at this point it's like, what are you really fighting for? This like once I know for sure that my girl's moved on with another nigga and like literally physically moving on and
Yeah.
literally having a good time, like I don't want that back.
yeah, why do you even?
Why
And
did
they
you-
added that threesome the next day trying to pull that stunt to make him feel better, and then he's still over here crying about her. You know what I mean? But then again, love will make you come out of character and do some dumb shit. I'm guilty of that. You know,
I think it's a lot for his
I think
kids
we
as
all
love
well.
will
are.
make you do some crazy shit you never want people to see or hear about.
that's
you know what I mean?
That's facts.
But
now,
you know,
the one thing that I did want to talk to you about, which I think is super cool, you did mention a lot about working with ALX Fike, but obviously, what are your experiences working with Dominic Fike?
I personally never worked with Dominic
Okay,
Fike. He's always worked heavy with Cappy out here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Cappy's the GOAT, you know what I mean?
That's
fuck, for
It's
real.
kind of like Cappy was with Dom, and then I'm like, I was with Alex. You know
Because
what I mean?
I'm not, because I love Dominic Fike, man. Like a lot of his music is just quality. I mean, I know we've had our fair share of moments just playing Dom in the apartment, in the car, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I will say though, Alex for sure is another one. Like just
Extremely
someone that I
talented.
wish was like kind of like just with him, you know, just doing the same thing because he's fire.
I personally,
bro.
like, I've hung out with Dom, obviously, you know, and vibed with Dom. I think Dom's real dope, though. Like, I've heard a lot of music from Dom that I'm like, wow, that doesn't sound like anybody out here, you know what I mean? And
Oh, most
he always
definitely.
gives props to Alex, ironically, believe it or not, because Alex is actually the one who got him to start singing. Dom used to just rap, you know, and then Alex was more into the pop and singing.
He's a crazy MC, bro. Dom
Dom's really
can
dope.
rap.
Dom was a big topic when they did a top 10 NC out here with Curate. Yeah, Dom's dope. I think Dom's a legend for sure. Already he paid his way. He still has ways to go as far as we were looking at it as like the more global mainstream market.
Yeah.
Maybe we compare him to like the Weekends and the Drakes of that level of stardom. But that man's
He's on his way, man.
Even before, like, you know, all the big things he's doing and more big things he's got going, I feel like just being around him, like, he's just genuinely a star. Like, he's just like a crazy kid.
Right.
A cool, crazy kid down for a good time who can make dope music.
But
He's wild. He's a wild card.
I always thought Dom was the older brother, but Alex is, ain't it?
Dom's older brother.
Dom is?
Yeah, Alex
Dom
is the
is?
baby. Alex is the big baby.
Damn.
Alex is a little bit.
Alex is just taller.
Alex is a
so
little bit
Dom is
taller,
his
and a
older
little
brother.
more mean on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay, so then that makes more sense.
Because I heard a song where like Alex was saying like, I'm gonna do a song with my little baby brother Dom, but he was probably just
Alex always tries Dom.
he just be trying his
At
own.
this point,
sir.
Alex is like a major troll. He's the troll of trolls. Like,
Bro,
He
we
is, bro.
love watching.
I
his
love
stories,
watching. Yeah,
bro.
his stories are
His
His
he'll do
Instagram?
some shit that'll make you say nothing. You just
You're just like, what?
watch it again. Like,
Yeah.
let me watch it again. I love Alex because he's one thing I can tell anybody, all that shit that you see is just genuine, bro. Like, he does a lot of wild shit, but that kid is smart. Like, Alex is so smart and he's so genuine and he really means well, dog. Like, if you're on his bad side, I feel bad for you, but for the most part, he really loves his kid. I've seen him. He loves his kid. And Maddie, she's a great mother. They're just all around great, you know.
Dude, his relationship.
He's
with
matured a
his son
lot
is
since
awesome,
he definitely
bro.
had his kid, though, you know.
I love the
That'll
I
make
love
you
the
mature
stories
a
he
lot.
posts of his kid, bro. Like he just be
His
like
kid is so cute.
yeah,
That's
bro.
fuck, bro.
That's
He's
nephew
so
right there. I
surrounding.
call him every time I call him. I say that's nephew.
Yeah.
So his son just turned a year old.
For real?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago I was at his birthday party. That's where I saw Dom and
Happy
Contra
birthday.
Dash and Cap, Cappy, Cap Cliff, Stun, all them boys. It was good to see them.
Thanks.
That's dope, man.
And that's fire.
Hell yeah. Part of the sport, man. I mean, you know, having a kid in the music industry is never easy.
Yeah, but like I
no.
said, bro, like
You just gotta learn how to balance
You
it.
gotta learn. If you really want something, you'll go and get it.
Hell yeah.
Always.
Life, there's always gonna be obstacles. You know what I mean? It's just about whether or not you're gonna figure out how to hurdle it. You know?
Exactly.
You know, I had a kid that didn't stop me from anything, and I love him, and I greatly, and I'll never regret that. You know?
It's always
I never
learning
grab my
experiences.
kid, and I'm there full time for him. So if he ever needs me, I'm always gonna be there to, you know, the day I'm not here.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're constantly learning with them too.
Bro, it's crazy.
Hell yeah.
I was
Relearning
learning
shit too.
Sometimes he'll say something like, "What? How'd you learn that?
You
How
know
do you know
something
that?"
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Funny.
The kids
Yeah.
are impressive.
He's only 4, and he's using the Xbox like it's like simple. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I don't like it, man. He's growing too fast, bro.
That's
I
what
feel like
happens,
we all
man.
did.
Time doesn't stop
we all
moving.
kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all grew up pretty quick.
Have you guys ever been to LA yourselves?
Nah, I'm going
He
soon.
has.
How
Work-
far you guys
Yes.
need to go, man?
I'm trying to go with
Yeah.
Yano next month for his birthday.
Yeah, he told me he was trying to go out there and stuff. You guys
Yeah.
gotta definitely go out there. If you go out there, get Airbnb.
Yeah, I mean that.
Try to whoever you know out there already or
Mhm.
that you can know. Try to reach out to them, set up your
Yeah,
itinerary.
I have a couple people, and then I actually like the same kind of connection you had, like when you had like were able to get flown out and like stay with at Giraffe Nutz, bro. I'm stuttering like a bitch.
He said,
Oh,
For
bro,
real.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
done.
bro.
He was done. He,
Fuck.
the
But,
CPU.
Yeah, I might go. I'm gonna go stay out there with somebody to do a lot of work with, but so I'm gonna go out there for my first time real soon.
Any opportunity like that, bro? Like even you guys sleep on the couch, the floor, I'll sleep
Exactly.
on all that.
I'm saying, me
Exactly,
too.
That's exactly what I'm
That's
saying.
how I rock.
Yeah,
That's how I
like-
rock.
When I was in LA, I was the second time. I didn't have Airbnb from the label. This is straight out of my pocket with some homeboys. Shout out to Short Life and Par. So when I went to LA the second time, that was out of pocket. That was a trip. Like I made connections from the label, going out there, and then I stayed up to date. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was genuine. When you know some shit's genuine,
it was real.
don't let it go.
It's worth
Keep it. You know what I mean? And when you find something genuine, you never know where that could go. Cause like, okay, this person's dope and you guys are talented, but like, give it another year. Maybe you guys are getting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, your podcast is gonna be somewhere else in a year from now. I already know it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where like, when I was out there, I made sure I when I felt good connection with the producers and engineers, cause I was still kind of like, wasn't trying to be out there like a hoe, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, leech.
Well, when I knew someone was like, I fuck with you. Yo, bro, what's your IG? And they follow me back, you know what I mean? Cause like, these are good ass producers and shit. I follow up on that, you know. Went out second trip, my boy Short Life and Par, they were going to go out there and we had a good connection. They live in Austin, Texas. And they flew out here once just to vibe with me because we met through Instagram.
That's family though.
And I started hearing their music. And at first he tried to link with me and I started hearing their music and I was like, you know, I don't know you. And then next thing you know, I saw a video. I'm like, oh shit, you're dope. Yo, you're dope.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we started video calling each other. It became like a relationship off of FaceTime, him and his brother. His brother's a producer. He's the artist. Really sick. They got their own studio in Austin. They'll take care of you guys. They'll go Austin. That's the spot. They got a studio.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to hit you up when we do that.
But long story short, they're gonna go out. They want to go out to LA. You know, they're gonna network. And they told me, "Oh, it'd be cool. We're gonna go out there." Got that connection. They flew out here, link with me. We ended up going to Circle House, working out there, going out here. You know, it's networking. You build like a spider web. You know what I mean? You meet someone from this person. And I literally was like, "You're going to LA," and I was like, "I know it's about to be hit 1 year mark since I went to LA. I gotta keep this shit fresh.
Gotta go back.
I can't be forgotten. You know, keep that link strong. You know."
Yeah.
I'll be hitting up my year in November.
1050, bro. Because it was all love. 1050 showed me nothing but love. So I know it's like, if I could physically be there, bro, let's keep that shit going.
Keep that work going, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in the East Coast. I'm in Florida. You in there. So I was like, reached out 1050, bro. Boom, 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 boom. Yo. Then I hit up my boy Contra Dash. Yo. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, I'm kind of creating like little plays. I'm like, it's not even just about, I'm not looking to gain something from, like take something from them. But I'm just like, these are really dope creative individuals. If I can get them just to be around these other creative individuals, you know what I mean? Like,
make something happen.
It's so empowering when you're just like, yo, like, let me show you how I do my videos. And then he's like, yo, let me show you how I do my videos. You know, it's like, it's a vibe. And if something happens, something happens.
Well,
That's
I mean,
what it's
look at you
forcing
here,
it.
though. I mean, essentially, that's how it happened with us. I mean, we, you know, Yano contacted Santi. We talked, you know, came here, met you. We're like, wow, you're dope. We're dope. This is cool. Let's do this. I do this. You do that. So, no, I totally believe in it. Bro.
Yeah, we had a similar experience like that in New York.
Yeah.
The first time we went to New York, bro, we didn't know nobody. Like Joe, the president of Division 1, you know, Big Joey, he knew the homies from college who like started rapping a little bit, and he was like, he put me in contact with him, and his name Millie, shout out Millie Living, and we went up there, bro, and we pulled up to the studio. I think it was like what, noon?
Yeah,
some shit like that, right? Noon, bro. And to the engineer, his name is Young Prototype. He's really popping in New York right now. That's the homie. He really doing his thing, bro. You feel me? Worked on my first EP. Mixed like 2 songs on that. Recorded 2 of them. Recorded Don't Trip. But more of the story, basically, bro, like, he really, like, we just clicked. Like, he saw, we all were working constantly. Like, Seabass took the camera out, filmed some homies that he was recording. We, the second time, Austin was there, and he was he made their cover for their song. Everybody was doing something.
It just unfolded naturally.
Yeah, everybody was
constantly
constantly
we all
working.
picked up. First y'all walked in here like a little gang. Like, who do you need? And I was like, oh shit. So then next you know, that's what it's about. Like, it's something going though. Like, it just kind of unfolded from there.
And now we try to go like almost at least once a year or something like that.
You want to keep that. You know, it's good to follow. Like, a text message and a DM or a video call can only do so much. That's the being in the flesh. There's nothing better energy when I can feel you. When I can really feel you, bro, and laugh with you and eat with you and smoke with you.
Yeah, I was about to say pause, bro. Feel what, bro? Feel what?
Really feel you, bro.
He tapped my leg when he said that.
He did tap your shit.
Y'all trippy. There's a setup.
Nah, I play.
Exposed. Pause.
Nah, I play. No, but that's exactly how I was in New York, bro. YP, they're all great people. Those connections were amazing, and those are connections that, I mean,
gotta
Nelly
follow
flew down
people.
here, and yeah, you just never know, man. It's like, I totally believe in the same thing, just action. Action over DMs and, you know, just messaging. It's like, there's a lot more you can do in person.
Nah, definitely. So that's pretty much what happened. They told me, yo, if you come out here to LA, bro, we're gonna rent a car. We can go wherever, dog. Cause I know you the guy that knows more than us right now. And man, I'm gonna show you guys some of their music, bro. When I say their music is dope, I swear to God, you guys have never heard anything. I know you guys have heard shit like that before. But bro, oh my God. Travis Scott's people were interested in these boys. I don't know. Let me say, I'm saying too much though.
Yeah.
But these niggas.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes. I need it with me on 24/7. I'm not talking about.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, but long story short, they're like, come to LA. we're gonna be at my aunt's crib, but I'm like, yo, I don't even worry about that. You know, they explain it that way. I know you want a hotel. Nah, bro, don't even worry about it. Hard couch, you know what I mean? East LA, you know, it don't matter. She's old school Mexican grandma type vibe, making tortillas every morning and shit.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Like she wake up at 8 in the morning, and I'm over here like trying to fucking like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what, you know, shit like that. That's just be there, get over there, followed up with people. We ended up going to Contra Dash crib, linking up with the boys, and Contra Dash was mind blowing, and his homeboy. Shout out to him, man. Contra Dash showed us nothing but hospitality. And that's something I highly respect. If you get a chance to check out Contra Dash music.
I've heard of him before.
He's originally from California, and he got linked up with the whole Back House clique. You know, he originally started off as a graphic designer.
I think I've known him from graphic design.
He started doing graphic. He does all this shit, too.
When I started doing graphic design shit from like Call of Duty, like Trick Shot Clans and all that weird shit. And I'm pretty sure like either his music or he was doing art in that scene because like that name is like stupid familiar and I know who he is now, man. But yeah. That artist, man, he could produce, he can engineer himself, he can design, bro. He's a really talented kid. He was down. He was like, bro, because I met him before he knew about me from working with ALX. You know what I mean? Once again, it comes back to ALX. Like, ALX really co-signed for me hard, man. And to this day, I hold that dearly because, yeah, ALX isn't like yet on the level of being a Justin Bieber. But I look at him like that already, you know. That's why I put all my effort into anything I touch with ALX. I'll make sure I give my effort to every artist. You can be an artist that needs a lot of development, and I'm gonna make sure I try to be my Scott Storch, Timbaland vibe, everything. Yeah. I'm gonna give you my all into making this shit a hit. Man, that's what like.
Can you see it in them like beforehand? Like, there's always people I feel like, you know, some people have like uncoachables. Like, you know, if you're a sports athlete, if you're just naturally big, strong, and fast, you can't coach that.
I don't like to put a pin on people, but there has been people who are just like, like I just know like. At this point, I think you should probably try to consider maybe other aspects if you got passion for music, you know?
Right, yeah.
If you have a passion for music, it doesn't have to mean you have to be the artist. Maybe you have great ideas for songs, but you can't lay them out perfectly with the performance yet. Maybe you could work on it and get good enough, but in the meantime, maybe you meant to write for somebody or develop somebody or manage somebody. I have met artists that I feel like, man, I literally have broken the sweat over artists. Like, talk back and forth, compressor, you know, everything, plugins, and it's like, I'm trying to get that best delivery out of them. I can only do so much on my end. But the reality is, there are some artists that just
have it.
There's people who love the fuck out football, but I don't mean they're going to be in the NFL no matter how hard they work. They can train harder than an NFL player. The same exact workouts. They're not going to be in the NFL still. And I'm not saying I'm the Simon Cowell, the guy who knows for sure. You know, who am I to judge saying that you're not going to make it in life? I'm always going to be someone who say I'm rooting for you. I hope you do it, but that's just reality. But, you know, I'm going to still give it my all. There is people, like, I literally see them like, yo, we're not going to get this record completed the way they want in 4 hours. But God damn it, I'm going to give them that energy to try to complete it. And if God willing, they understand what the fuck I'm telling them, maybe they'll, you know, we can get some more time in to really take it there. Right. Otherwise, some people are content with that shit. And at that time, I'm not a yes man. I'll tell them I think we could have done some things differently. But if you're content with it, at the end of the day, it's yours, you know?
You always got their best interest.
Yeah, but I really do care. Because anything I touch, you know, it's important, you know?
That's good, bro.
It's essential that every song is, you know, top notch, you know? You got to put your all into it.
A lot of engineers are just like, you know, just do whatever the artist wants and don't put their input in. But I feel like you, the way that you've came up in the industry and you've worked with all these types of artists, you have the ability to be like, somebody's in the booth, you can give them that type of advice. Like, nah, you got to redo that. You feel me? Like, nah, your delivery wasn't
in the
there.
manner too. It's also it's not what you say, it's how you say things too.
Yeah.
I try to definitely reassure artists, like, I'm not trying to discourage you from what you're doing. I'll tell them, you know, like, I like what you did right here, you know? But I think we could do this a little bit differently. Like, maybe would you be willing to try this? And they say, nah, I like it like that. I already know where the energy's at. All right. I'm not going to argue with you over your record, you know?
Yeah.
Now, granted, if it's a record that I'm producing, like, as far as an actual audio production of the beat, or it's a record that I'm, like, sponsoring, like, let's say I really believe in an artist and I want to do it on my time, I'm going to be hands-on. If not, I'm going to drop it. But for the most part, you know, every artist, a lot of people like to book me out here. And they want that experience that I give every artist, and that's what I strive for, you know? I want to make sure we try to get your record the hottest we can. I want you to blow up, because if you blow up, we blow up. If I blow up, we blow up. You know what I mean? Like, it's a link. Everything's a link.
Do you think that you guys as engineers and producers get enough credit in the industry?
Yes and no. I think sometimes. I think there's a lot of artists that are aware of things, and there's a lot of artists that just don't understand or maybe have that etiquette. I don't look for artists to be like promoting my name like that. But it feels nice when the artist knows like, bro, you came here and I transformed your song. Like,
But don't you think you should get that credit though? Because I mean, at the end of the day, like,
it's a collaboration.
yeah, man, and like
When you come here, at least
I'm
I'm not just hitting a button. You're telling me what to do. If half the time I'm probably helping you. You're a boxer. I'm in your corner. You know what you're doing. You're the fighter. If anything, you're in better shape than me to do what you're doing.
right.
But I'm looking at things from another angle that could possibly help you demolish your opponent, which is the beat, the record you're trying to lay down.
To be completely honest, you the whole reason like these people be sounding good. Like I know, like if you listen to my raw vocals, like it's not anywhere near to what your finished product is gonna sound like.
Yeah, but I feel like everything's essential though. You just still do your part. You
For
gotta
sure.
record like there's no mixing and mix like there's no mastering. Every stage is essential. Crap in is crap out in my books. I can make your delivery sound better, but I want the best delivery I can get from you because sometimes have you heard some raw recordings of demos that sound better than the final product?
All the time.
They're like,
You guys-
dog, the
yeah.
soul's gone. I
All
liked
the
how it
time.
just sounded gritty. Like, just leave it as is. Fuck. You know what I mean?
He loves that
Facts.
shit. Like when I show him a mix,
Especially rap music too. You know what I mean?
sometimes he'll
you gotta-
prefer the mix over a
I've
master.
had artists tell me that it sounds too polished. Can you make it like?
Yeah,
What the fuck
sometimes
you
I like
mean?
the
It sounds
mix
too
over.
clean. I never heard. They're like, and it just sounds too. And then granted, this is after finishing Alex's projects. You know what I mean? That's pop. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna, I got these street cats laying down some hardcore beats. Yeah, you're right. Let me add some that gritty, that soul.
Some
back
more
into it.
distortion, that type
Yeah,
of gritty shit.
bring it back
yeah.
to natural, un-EQ some shit, uncompress some shit.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes like that is true. I think there's no real rules to music. There's a standard, but standards only get you so far, right? The
music's
standards
not
go to
perfect.
college and then do this and do that, right? But you
Yeah.
don't need that. I did that and it worked out for me in a sense, but I don't. If I would know what I know now, I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? But I still recommend it to a lot of people if you don't know where to begin.
Yeah. And if you have the
I was paying
ability
for
to-
people that worked with big people, for their time. That's how I looked at it. That's how I try to look at it. I didn't look at it, I went to school to learn. No, I looked at it that the real people, the teachers at Full Sail, these are people that have to have at least 10 years or more experience in their field. So my engineers that were teaching me in the studio, this nigga had a Grammy with Mark Anthony.
Oh.
This guy had a Grammy. These are big boys
Yeah,
that are
that's
still
different.
relevant today.
That's different.
These are people that mix and master for the Backstreet Boys that went diamond platinum back in their peak. That are teaching me, sitting down and saying, this is how I did it. So
Yeah.
that's what I looked at it like the expense was for.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a cappy at that time to sit down with whoever had Grammys and say like, teach me the ways of everything, Otherwise that would naturally unfold. But then again, they also taught me etiquette, how to approach shit, how like shit usually works, how to go about shit. So
How to
like
talk to people.
maybe I would have had the opportunity and fucked it up because I didn't know how to etiquette the proper. They taught me how to go about studio sessions, clean up after yourself. Be on point, be a fly on the wall, don't speak unless spoken to. So now me having that knowledge, I have people in there. I'm like, yo, just shut the fuck up. You should get out. I've had interns. It's like, yeah, you're not coming back. I'm not a dick, but it's just like there are levels to shit when people just kind of overstep.
People don't
And I
understand.
had to learn that. I had to learn it the
Yeah.
hard way. You know what I mean? Too.
People don't understand how important it is to maintain a good atmosphere for both the artist and the engineer. Because like we need you to work just as hard as the artist is, because or else the song's not gonna be complete. It's a
Most
50-50 effort.
Yeah, everyone matters if
Yeah.
they're playing their role.
Every step, like
The
you said
producer,
before.
the engineer, the executive, the DJ, depending on the budget, A&Rs, the promoters, posts, everything matters in levels. But as far as the smaller aspect of the studio, yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of artists too that are really so talented, like Alex, that, you could limit that shit. He could write his shit. He don't need a writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just depends on the record.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been a great podcast.
Yeah, I think we
yeah.
killed this.
This is, again, we're at the Facility Creative. Thank you again, DJ Promo, for having us, man. This wouldn't be possible without you.
Yeah, no doubt,
right.
bro. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and I would say give yourself another shout out. Let everybody know where you're going to be playing at. Just one more time for the viewers who are tuning in late.
You already
Your
know.
socials.
Thursdays, I'll be at Tanampa in Naples, Florida. We spin it all. We play hip hop, Latin music, Caribbean music, a little bit of house. We do it Fridays as well at King's Bar, Naples. DJ Promo Official on Instagram. Here with the boys, you already know. We at the facility. You can find the studio at the Facility Creative. But, go at any studio near you. Hit me up.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Cappy as well.
Cappy
course.
is the owner, the GOAT. That's my mentor. And, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me. We look forward to, elevating the music out here
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
and taking it outside of the city,
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, bro.
And you've
Definitely.
given us a lot of key and golden information that we appreciate. But including this whole podcast, what do you think would be the one thing that you could leave to everybody? If there's one thing you want people to leave with from this entire conversation, what would it be?
If there's something that you really want to pursue that you feel like you can strive in and you believe yourself in and you're willing to actually put the time to work hard for it, you should definitely pursue it because it could be fulfilling. I'd rather work 12 hours for myself, 4 hours, than 4 hours for someone else, you know?
Always.
It's different. Like when you realize this is to benefit your future and you're in control of it, it changes everything. So like in the beginning, start with the foundation. You know, you need your foundation. You need your finances straight. Don't just quit your job and walk out without a game plan. But when you really make that jump, I think it's worth you working towards that jump and then leap. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
You're going to be hungry, but, you know.
For real. Like,
rewarding for
actually,
sure.
you're
Now I can
literally
see,
gonna be
6
hungry.
years ago, I was working at Target part-time, and then I just did a no-call, no-show for my
That come up.
final.
Hell yeah.
That's when I was back up, and then everything just falls in place.
I work at Target part time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, my
I was
dog.
Target part-time and doing other things of business that I
next.
can't speak of.
Yes,
So.
sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was on the,
Hey, it is
Wait.
what it is.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Thank you
floating.
guys so much for listening to the Giraffe Nutz. We are a 420 friendly podcast, bringing you elevated conversations. Tune into our episodes every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Yeah.
Make
Thank
sure
you very
follow
much.
us on Instagram at Giraffe Nutz Podcast.
Santi?
Get your smoke going. If you ain't smoked yet, get it going.
Oh yeah.
We waiting.
It's just good
Hell
shit
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah.
All right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.